On this episode of Lapeef Let's Talk,
so far away from everybody having structure and having a purpose. Like went back and like maybe we need to just go back and just study history in general. Like when everybody had a purpose in the house, you do what you're supposed to do. This person take care of this. If this person is not here and they out tending to this thing specifically, you step up because you are the next person in line, so on and so forth. Where do we get along? Where do we get to a space where everybody is just floating in the air and they walking around like an accident? And then whatever happens, and then whatever man created, oh man, you a cracker maker. Okay, so God, my job, my whole purpose is design crackers. Like what is going on, bro? Like we are all here to do, and it's a reason why you have somebody that came before you that knows and experienced life, and then we pass down the lessons after. But it's like we forgot all of that in the midst of it and was just like, you know what? I just woke up and I was just like Peter Pan today.
The people that are cutthroat, it's either you on or off, it's either you right or you wrong, it's either this way or that way. These people are needed in the world. This is how we balance things out. This is how we grow. Because if we have everybody thinking, and as Anton say, playing victim all the time, how are we going to ever be strong? How are we going to ever grow? You need these type of people that think this way. You got to appreciate people that think outside of the box. If everybody thought the same way, it's definitely going to be an echo chamber. So these conversations are brought together. These people are brought together to have these conversations so that we can think. We may not have a solution right now, but when you leave this podcast right now, just think about what we're saying. You don't have to agree right now, but just consider it. Just consider. I don't care if it's 2%. Just consider it. Because 5 days from now, this shit might make sense. Replay this shit. So I'm gonna have to move on real quick, brother, so we can get this last person on. I appreciate you. Okay. What's going on? What's going on, Cliff? How you doing, brother? What's going on, brother Cliff? I see you. I see you, Demetrius. I see you.
He missed it, JR.
Yeah, there you go. I see you.
Yo, you do look like him.
Oh snap! You do look. Your face is a little slimmer.
For real, especially the way his face is in that picture.
Yeah. I look like.
Yeah, I mean the voice don't match.
Oh my God, man.
What's that going?
I don't think I look like that guy, man. Come on, you find somebody else.
Big up on yourself.
Yeah, bless up, brother. So I wanted to ask a question. Let me turn this up a little bit. So, like, I heard what Anton was saying about like leading by example, raising your daughter and giving her an example of the man that she's supposed to find in life and supposed to take care of her. So I don't know if you mentioned it in your comment, but when, let's say she goes out and she finds a man, do you take it upon yourself to vet that person?
You said if she goes out to find a man, do I take it upon
myself? No, she goes out, like she's going to college and she meets somebody. Mm-hmm. You vet that guy.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. If he's not good enough by your standards, how would you tell her right out?
Yes.
That's fair. That's fair. Because thinking about like my sister, I have a sister, she lives in Florida. We didn't grow up around her dad. Our dad was always on the street, always hustling. And I think that was a crucial point. That was a crucial thing in our lives that we did not have. For me, example of the man that I'm supposed to be. For her, the example of the man that she's supposed to look for to be her husband. Insane. Fuck, I had a point and I missed it. I've been drinking.
Yeah, right? I was about to ask you. You all right, fam? I know it's okay.
Man, I seen that cup. I seen that yak in there, man. I seen you.
No.
Had a little something.
It's gotta be Jamaican rum.
Yeah. Hey, Cliff, hold your thought real quick. Hey, this is the last person for. I ain't not bringing nobody else on. Shameen, what's going on, brother? Real quick.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Happy, real quick. Nobody else coming on. real quick.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Can y'all hear me?
Thanksgiving. Yeah, we can hear you real quick, brother. Real quick.
Okay, yeah, sure. Man, I had so many things I wanted to say, but I guess I'll chime in on both points because I did actually see both sides. I definitely agreed with Anton on just like you're gonna have a vision for your kid no matter what. I don't see why you would argue against somebody wanting to have like a vision for their kid and facilitating the structure to make that happen. Because obviously it's not a guarantee that it's going to happen, but you have to make an effort. And I feel like if you do a good job of raising your kids, like in the modern times, I feel like people look at their kids like, oh, like I don't control my kids. Like they don't give them enough guidance or structure or enforcement. Like it's not a debate with the kid. Like you're supposed to listen. And I know that because I was a very rebellious kid growing up. Like I did not listen to my parents whatsoever. I rebelled a lot in a lot of different ways, even though they did instill some good things in me. But the relationship between a child and a parent is not like your homie, your friend, or just like I'm giving you advice. It's like, no, like they have authority. So that authority needs to be enforced. And that's one of the main issues in the Black community today is there is no authority or structure or discipline. You got the fathers leaving out the homes. Now, I did understand the point where it was like, are you really going to cut off your child over, if they don't want to maybe get the degree or job or do whatever it is that you would like them to do?
Bro, my daughter is right here. But she right here. She get it. She get it. We didn't have these conversations, haven't we, Les?
I mean, I do actually think that's somewhat extreme, but I also like the fact that you're trying to push your kid so hard in a certain direction, because one thing I feel like I never really got was like the actual like guidance and like hand-on instruction of how to navigate things. It was always kind of like, it was either reasons without a very strong backing, or it was just like, do whatever. So I respect that. I would never necessarily cut off my kids in a certain way. I don't have kids yet, but I would never like cut off like communication or whatever. But I see as far as like the funding or like, hey, if I'm paying for this,
Shaman, you got
I'm
kids?
supposed to be in charge.
Shaman, you got kids?
What's
you
that?
You got kids?
No.
Okay.
I'm a single bachelor. I want kids.
All right, man. Holler back. Yeah, holler back when you get some kids, bro. Holler back. We're gonna go do some bullshit. You're gonna be like, you know what? We ain't gonna have that shit, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Man, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. The problem with these parents today is that they all trying to be their friends instead of being their parent. And don't get me wrong, I adore my daughter. I mean, she was just in here. That's my girl. She loved her dad like nothing else. But let's be clear, she understands, and I tell her regularly, yo, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent first. My job is to put you in the greatest position possible to be able to fulfill your purpose and do what you're supposed to do. It's like we got so far away from everybody having structure and having a purpose. Like went back and like maybe we need to just go back and just study history in general. Like when everybody had a purpose in the house, you do what you're supposed to do. This person take care of this. If this person is not here and they out tending to this thing specifically, you step up because you are the next person in line, so on and so forth. Where do we get along? Where do we get to a space where everybody is just floating in the air and they walking around like an accident, and then whatever happens, and then whatever man created, oh man, you a cracker maker. Okay, so God, my job, my whole purpose is design crackers. Like what is going on, bro? Like we are all here to do, and it's a reason why you have somebody that came before you that knows and experienced life, and then we pass down the lessons after. But it's like we forgot all of that in the midst of it and was just like, you know what? I just woke up and I was just like Peter Pan today.